Hello everyone, welcome back to 13th lecture of Analog and Digital Systems course. As in previous lectures, you learnt about sinusoidal oscillations, means how oscillations are produced, what are the conditions to get sustained oscillation, then LC oscillator types such as Hartley and Colpit, and then phase shift oscillator. In this lecture, we will cover Wien-Bridge oscillator, crystal oscillator. At the end, we will also cover negative resistance oscillator. Now come to the Wien-Bridge oscillator. Wien-Bridge is also a type of RC oscillator. Means in the feedback network, on the frequency determining network, R and C components are used. You can see in this figure. This is the frequency determining network. Here R3, R4, C1, C2. These are the phase shift components also. And feedback resistors R1 and R2 provide stability of gain. It is most widely used RC feedback oscillator. And you can see here output is fed back through feedback network or through this frequency determining network to the non-inverting input terminal of op-amp. It means there will be no change in phase at the output of op-amp. It means this operational amplifier provides 0 degree phase shift here. To get another 0 degree means phase shift network should also provide 0 degree phase shift so that we can get sustained oscillation for this particular oscillator. Now find the frequency of oscillation for the Wien-Bridge oscillator. To find the frequency of oscillation, consider feedback network or frequency determining network as. Here R3, R4 components are taken as of equal value. R3, R4 is equal to R and C1 is equal to C2 is equal to C. These phase shift components are taken as this. And to get the gain of this network, first find the output voltage. Output voltage means voltage appear across the output impedance Z2. Z2 is here equivalent, means equivalent of these RC components which are connected in parallel here. Z1 is equivalent impedance of RC components which are connected in series here. Then output voltage will be input voltage into Z2 over Z1 plus Z2. Now put the value of Z2 and Z1 in this equation 1. Then you will get transfer function in this form, that is represented by equation 2. Then find S is equal to J omega. Whenever you will put S is equal to J omega, then you will get transfer function in this form, or it is represented by the equation 3. Means transfer function will be equal to J omega RC divided by 1 minus omega square R square C square plus 3 J omega RC. Now to get the 0 degree phase shift, as we know here frequency determining network provides 0 degree phase shift for the sustained oscillation. Now to get 0 degree phase shift, put the value of 1 minus omega square R square C square is equal to 0, but at this phase shift, value of frequency will be resonant frequency. It is denoted by omega naught here. You can see in this equation. And now find value of omega naught, that is equal to 1 by RC. This is the resonant frequency which appears at 0 degree phase shift. Now find the gain at this frequency. Whenever you will put omega naught is equal to 1 by RC in equation 3, you will get gain is equal to 1 by 3. It means to start up the oscillation, closed loop gain of amplifier should be more than 3. And to sustain the oscillation, gain of amplifier must decrease to 3, so that total gain around the loop becomes unity. This is the one of the condition to get the sustained oscillation. Now come to the Wien-Bridge oscillator, in which frequency determining component are not of equal value, means R3 and R4 are not of equal value, and C1 and C2 are also not of equal value. For this network, whenever you will derive frequency of oscillation in the same way as we already discussed, then you will get resonant frequency is equal to 1 by 2 pi under root R3, R4, C1, C2. This is the resonant frequency for Wien-Bridge oscillator whenever frequency determining components are not of equal value. Now when you redraw this circuit, you will get this type of figure. Redraw means R1 and R2 here you can see are connected to one terminal of R1 is connected to inverting input of op amp, other terminal of R1 is connected to output. Same here, reconnect the components. R1 is connected in between this inverting input terminal and output. Similarly, R2 is connected. In the same way, connect R3, R4, C1, C2. Whenever you will connect, you will get this type of figure. This is also a Wien bridge oscillator. You can see here this is the feedback network are in the form of bridge. That's why it is called Wien bridge oscillator. Now next is crystal oscillator. Crystal oscillator is more stable oscillator. It is more accurate feedback oscillator. It uses piezoelectric crystal in the feedback loop to control the frequency. Now quartz is one type of crystalline substance which is found in nature that exhibit a property called piezoelectric effect. Now what is it? Piezoelectric effect means when a changing mechanical stress is applied across the crystal, then to start the vibrations, then voltage will develop at the frequency of mechanical vibrations. Or you can say conversely, when AC voltage is applied across the crystal, it vibrates at the frequency of applied voltage. Greatest vibration occur at the resonant frequency, at crystal's natural resonant frequency, which is determined by the physical dimensions and by the way crystal is cut. This is the basic of crystal oscillator. Now how the crystal circuit is used, or what are the equivalent circuit of crystal. Then equivalent circuit of crystal you can see in this figure. R, L, C are in series. Cm is the connected in parallel. This is the capacitance between the holes, mounting capacitance it is also known as. And crystal equivalent circuit is a series parallel RLC circuit, and it can operate in either series resonance or in parallel resonance. This is the symbol of crystal and this is the equivalent circuit of crystal. At series resonance, inductive reactance is cancelled by the reactance of C. When crystal is not vibrating, it is equivalent to capacitance C. This is due to the fact that two metal plates are separated by the dielectric. Vibrating crystal can be represented by the series RLC circuit shunted by Cm, and inductance L is electrical equivalent of mass of vibrating crystal C. C is electrical equivalent of mechanical compliance, and resistance R represent electrical equivalence of mechanical friction. These are the RLC components. Now next is parallel resonance. Parallel resonance occurs when reactance of series leg equals the reactance of Cm. At this frequency, crystal offers very high impedance to the external circuit, and parallel resonant frequencies differ from the series resonant frequencies by 1 kHz. It is higher than series resonant frequency by at least 1 kHz. Now next is frequency of oscillations, means series resonant frequency and parallel resonant frequencies. For the first we will find series resonant frequency. At series resonance phenomena, XL is equal to XC, or you can say at this condition, under this condition, XL is equal to XC, F would be series resonant frequency. Then put the value of XL and XC. When you will put the value of XL and XC, you will get this relation, and omega S square will be 1 by LC. Then Fs will be 1 omega by 2 pi, that is equal to 1 by 2 pi under root LC. This is the series resonant frequency. Now come to parallel resonant frequency. Parallel resonant frequency occurs when reactance of series leg equals reactance of Cm. Put the value of series reactance and reactance of Cm. Omega PL minus 1 by omega PC is equal to 1 by omega PCm. When you solve this equation, you will get omega P will be square root of C plus Cm divided by LC Cm. This is the parallel resonant frequency. Now crystals oscillator are available at a frequency of 15 kHz and above. Commercial available crystal oscillator can generate a frequency range about 15 kHz to 10 MHz. Value of LCRCM are such that two frequencies Fs and Fe, or you can say series and parallel resonant frequency, differ by a very small amount. This fact gives rise to greater frequency stability of crystal oscillator. Now crystal oscillator circuit, ki how the crystal is connected in the feedback network or in the frequency determining network. You can see here great advantage of crystal is it exhibits very high quality factor. Kyau? Oscillator here uses crystal in the series. It is known as series resonant circuit. Impedance of crystal is minimum at series resonant frequencies, therefore it provides maximum feedback. And crystal tuning capacitor C is used to fine tune the oscillator frequency. In the crystal oscillator circuit, this is an amplifier circuit which you already used in LC oscillator circuits. Here crystal is used to provide desired frequency of oscillations. Next is negative resistance oscillator. The term negative resistance refers to a condition where an increase in voltage across 2 points causes a decrease in current, or you can say if voltage increases across any 2 points, then decrease in current will appear in case of negative resistance. Negative resistors are theoretical. These do not exist as discrete component. An oscillator that uses negative resistance elements such as tetrode, tunnel diode, gun diode, etc. to provide oscillations. These diodes exhibit negative resistance region in some part of their current voltage characteristics. They have two terminals like resistor but are not linear devices. In these, a resonator such as LC circuit or quartz crystal is connected across negative resistance device and a DC bias voltage is applied. Then we will get negative resistance oscillator. These oscillators are frequently used for oscillations at microwave frequencies in the range of 1 to 300 GHz. These are references. Even for more detail, you can refer these books. Thank you.